Alright, I'm going to continue trying to channel Ulf with some knight f3. And he typically played d4 against d5. More of these types of guys. Haven't looked at this in a while. This is definitely something Ulf would do. And here looks pretty decent. It's a good square for a knight. And we'll go there. Feel like it should be e3 to add another guy there. All this makes sense. I'm gonna keep the tension. Knight d6 is a threat. Maybe, I don't know. Judging by the speed with which my opponent's playing, he knows this position. I can promise you, I do not. Would you like to give me your bishop pair? When in doubt, do simple things. Would you like to give me your bishop pair? Now I feel really good about the position. King d8, not f5. King d7 or king d8, knight takes f7, and you pick up the exchange and room to grow. Look, the man wants to die. Good in between move. Bishop c6 is met by bishop takes a6. Easy to miss. Let's provoke it. Expected. Makes sense. Didn't want to do that, but you can't always get what you want. Targets. Okay. I think it's more important to get rid of the active piece because it gives me access to more targets, makes his life harder. The e-pawn is a crux in the position because he wants to play king g7, and I want to play bishop takes e5, so I feel like rook c5 is the best move. We've got really good piece harmony with white, and he's got a king on f8 and a ruined pawn structure, and half his pieces are playing. Looks good. If he takes, he gives me a passer as well. Good time to do that. We'll just ease on back right there. The weaknesses continue. is no escape. Clever. Clever, clever girl. We'll go with the majority. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Just throw in that. He's still playing. We'll say that's not typical for like a 2300 rated player, but hey, you want to beat yourself up, guy, you can beat yourself up. It's completely fine. All right, let's see if we can't find this mate. Now you resign. Was it not painfully obvious when I was like a +8? There's respectful resignation, and then there's that. So some people say you should always play on and whatnot. There's always a chance. But in 3-2, not really. Once you get to a certain rating, I think it's okay to resign. G3 by the engine. Definitely not on my radar. Not something I considered. And E3, castles. So the engine liked all this. I strongly considered bishop takes, but I thought he might be able to use the open file with the rook. So I tried to convince him to just give up the bishop pair in the open position. I knew I'd have a slight edge there. But then once we got here, I got the bishop pair, and he tried too hard to equalize, and F6. He liked king d2 much better because he needed to worry about his bishop. And then rook d8 immediately. It wasn't on my radar. I was trying to keep tension and then get around to weaknesses. So that, and you got to be careful here because moves like rook c1 are met by bishop d3, and you'll hang the rook. Well, you won't necessarily, but I guess I could have played that. Good, didn't lose anything there. And the engine liked my play for the most part. Okay, so I was playing at a high level here, which always pleases me to see. I could have played bishop h4. That's an even classier way to say your rook can't go to h1 and get behind the pawn, but he knows that there's no way to get to it. It just allows me to do it. That's an okay spot to resign. I mean, when I played h4, that one was okay, but I definitely one move before mate. Either let him play it out or don't. Can't have your cake and eat it too, boss. That's it for this one.